I never saw it coming. I thought we were fine, or at least, I thought I knew her. My wife, Melissa, had always been temperamental, yes, but I assumed that our arguments were normal, that our love was stronger than the petty fights and silent treatments. I was wrong. It started on a Thursday evening. We had been arguing about something trivial, what I can't even remember now, but her words cut deeper than any knife. "I can't stand you, Ryan," she said suddenly, flat and matter-of-fact. Her voice was calm, almost rehearsed. I can't be around you anymore." I stared at her, unable to comprehend what she had just admitted. My heart raced, my mind scrambled. I felt everything at once: disbelief, shock, anger, and humiliation. "You... what?" I managed to whisper. "I'm serious," she continued, eyes narrowing. "I can't stand you. I don't want to be married to you. I can't live like this." I wanted to argue, to beg, to reason, but a strange, almost surreal clarity hit me. I realized that no words I could say would change how she felt. No plea, no explanation, no apology would make her stay. So I did something I never thought I would do. I disappeared. I didn't pack a bag or leave a note. I didn't want confrontation, drama, or another argument. I simply left, stepping out the door and into a world where she couldn't reach me, where I could breathe, think, and process the devastation. The first days were freeing and terrifying all at once. I stayed in a small hotel downtown, keeping a low profile, avoiding anyone who might know me. I spent hours walking through city streets at night, thinking about what had happened, replaying her words, and letting the shock slowly give way to anger, then resolve. Meanwhile, Melissa panicked. I could tell from the texts she eventually sent, at first polite, then frantic, then desperate. "Where are you?" she wrote. "Please, just answer me. I didn't mean it like that. We can fix this." I didn't answer, not yet. After a week, she started calling my family and friends, trying to piece together where I had gone. I remained careful, letting her scramble, letting her realize that she had pushed me to the edge, and that her words had consequences. During those days, I learned something about myself. Absence doesn't always create desperation, but it does create reflection. And it also allowed me to see my own worth. She had spent years chipping away at my confidence, at my voice, at my identity, and for the first time in years, I had space to reclaim it. Then came the day she tracked me down. She found me sitting in a small cafe, sipping coffee, looking far more composed than I felt. She froze at the entrance, eyes wide, searching for a reaction. I didn't give her one. I didn't flinch. I didn't run. I simply watched. "Ryan," she started, voice trembling. I didn't know you'd leave like this. I didn't think you would." I took a slow breath. "You admitted you couldn't stand me," I said softly, calmly. "I accepted that. So I left." Her lips parted, but no words came. She hadn't expected honesty to be met with action. She hadn't expected consequence. She had assumed I would stay, as I always had, hoping that love, or fear, or habit would keep me bound to her. I didn't mean it. I was angry," she stammered. "We can fix this, please. Let's talk. Let's work on it." I shook my head. "I need time. I need space. And you need to understand that words have weight. You said you couldn't stand me. I listened. And I acted. That's what happens when someone is honest with me." Her face crumpled, a mix of regret, fear, and realization. For the first time, she saw me not as the man she could control, not as the husband who would always bend, but as someone who valued himself enough to walk away. In the weeks that followed, we met a few times, cautiously, carefully. She apologized sincerely, not just for her words, but for the years of neglect, criticism, and small betrayals that had eroded our marriage. I listened. I forgave, in a sense. But forgiveness didn't mean reconciliation. It meant understanding, closure, and protecting myself. The disappearance changed everything. She saw that I had limits, that my love wasn't unconditional if it meant sacrificing my dignity. And I learned that sometimes, stepping away is the only way to force clarity, to see the truth, and to reclaim control over a life that had been quietly dismantled by another's contempt. Months later, we rebuilt a relationship, but it wasn't the same naive marriage we had. It was informed, cautious, and honest. No more pretending, no more biting words left unchallenged. And though the memory of her confession still stings, I no longer carry the weight of her disdain. Disappearing wasn't about revenge. It was about survival, about showing that betrayal, cruelty, or contempt doesn't get to define you, about teaching someone that actions have consequences, even when they think words are harmless. And in the end, what happened next was simple but profound. I found myself again,